Wow. What up, YouTube, man? It's your boy C for 3. About to drop another astrology video for y'all. You know, I'm just chilling. Bum ass job I just quit. You know what I'm saying? So this video right here, the vibes already. Saturn Retrograde 2002, lasting from June 14th to October 23rd this year. So that's like a 5-month period for us to get our shit together, to learn lessons. It's basically a whole bunch of karma for everybody involved in the astrology community, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just hop off into it. I'm gonna talk about the Saturn retrograde that we're all going through, and then I'm gonna talk about my natal Saturn return that's going on right now, and it's transiting in my 12th house. So I got a lot of fuck shit going on in my life personally. But you know, I'm seed for 3. I'm gonna plant that seed, help y'all grow, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about growth out here. That's why we do astrology. It's in motion. So it's always that karmic thing we got to go through. It's always that time to learn, you know. Teacher, Saturn is a teacher in astrology. So I just want to start off by saying, you know, Saturn has been here since 2022 in Aquarius right now. So we've been going through the same lessons ever since the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? The Saturn retrograde that we're all going through right now, it's happening in the sign of Aquarius. And Saturn went into Aquarius on March of 2020, I want to say. And that was literally when the pandemic started. Because I remember I was playing basketball in February 2020. And the seasons got cut. Well, it just ended because we didn't get to March Madness. You know, I played college ball. We didn't get to March Madness, but the season ended right by March of 2020. And that's when all the bullshit happened. And they was talking about giving us stimulus checks and things like that. And now you see people now talking about, oh, I paid everything back at the gas pump. Fuck a stimulus, you know? So Saturn, the karma of getting money, easy come, easy go. That's the lesson we all can learn from this little Saturn transit. We should all know not to trust the government to just give us money and not have some type of balancing effect to bring that shit back out of us to hit us back at the pump, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got some notes. Y'all see me looking over here from time to time, checking out my notebook today. It came with it. So yeah, it's a great time for karma for everybody. Internal work. Don't think you're above this, you know what I'm saying? That's why it pays to know astrology, to know how this will play out. Some people might have this going on in their 4th house right now. If it's in your 4th house, you're probably dealing with family issues and things like that. Karmic parents or karmic beliefs that you had to deal with since childhood, or relatives, or maybe you have like some badass kids that's just acting up. You gotta deal with them at school or college or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or even preschool, elementary, you know, kids, as soon as they're born, karma is here for them. So you take that first breath, you know? So Saturn and Aquarius for in general, like I said, if you don't know the houses, that's all cool. But for everybody in general, these are going to be themes around social injustice. You know, you've seen all the Black Lives Matter things been popping, the coronavirus. As far as humans' right, you know, social injustice. Is it justice to give people a virus shot or not? You know what I'm saying? That was a big thing during 2020. Human rights versus social rights, social construct rights. For example, I'm a person who didn't get the COVID shot. So I've been feeling the ramifications of that ever since 2020. If you're a person who didn't get the shot, you know, shout out to the people who did. But if you're a person who didn't, you're probably going to be feeling ramifications of that coming back up during 2022. Or, you know, you might have to have been a big internal thing. Like some people went past their internal compass to take the shop, to sell out for jobs in this society, to participate in society, you know what I'm saying? America is all about capitalism, so we know about that. You know, a lot of people had to do what they had to do for their family and things like that. So basically, that's what we're going to be still dealing with this summer internally. Some people did some internal things. Some people had to compromise their spiritual beliefs. Some people might be like, you know what, fuck that. Like, what was that for? Nobody's not even talking about COVID anymore. So it's all over the place. So definitely Saturn and Aquarius, number one thing is social injustice, things about humanity. The big push of it was for humanity, you know what I'm saying? Freedom, democracy, you're going to see the government play a big role in what's going on right now during the Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, how the laws affect us all. Not too long ago, you saw that Roe versus Wade thing get passed. We see a lot of relationship issues, as Aquarius is an air house. So it trines the other air houses that deal with Gemini and Libra, which generally deal with relationships, communications, and people, how we relate to others, our mindsets, our words, swords, things like that. I'm rambling right now just to pick up the pace of this video. But Saturn in Aquarius is definitely a house that deals with your mindset, how you're relating to others. And Aquarius traditionally rules the 11th house. So the 11th house deals with our hopes, our dreams, our wishes. How can we be on that level so we can be of that star power to influence others? You know what I'm saying? If we do get to that level. So a lot of people right now are just thinking like, for example, it's Pride Month right now. I don't support it like that, but I do support everybody has a life. Everybody has a decision on this big ass earth right here. You know what I'm saying? So you see people might be fighting for pride harder, or they might be feeling like certain deaths that happened to the LGBTQ community, or certain themes that wasn't covered in 2020. You might see those come out prominently right now, especially with it being Gemini season, as I'm dropping this video on June 16th. You know what I'm saying? So the Saturn retrograde, we all gonna have those all internal lessons about how we relate to society and how we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? The number one, excuse me. Oh, I got the drink here. The number one thing this Saturn retrograde is gonna teach everybody, no matter your zodiac sign, no matter the house placement, no matter where you stay. If you're a human and you see this video, living, breathing, you're a fucking bird and you see this video, or a dog barking and you see this, don't fight the restrictions. The biggest lessons of Saturn retrograde, don't fight the lessons, you know, and don't fight it. I'm going through my Saturn return right now. I'll be 30 next month, and I've been going through a lot of shit. Don't fight it. Roll with the punches and do the inner work. The inner work, to me, a lot of people say that, but they don't really go into deep detail with it. I'm an athlete, so I can tell you guys, the inner work is building up the confidence to be adaptable to these situations that's meant to knock you out. You know what I'm saying? Traditionally, Saturn is here to teach you how to do the work. It's hard work, it's restrictions, and it's a retrograde. Just like we just had a Mercury retrograde, it's all about your internal compass. So if you have a weak internal compass right now, the outer restrictions that make you feel like nothing is worth fucking with right now during this Saturn retrograde. You might not find what they call a silver lining in a tough situation. So don't fight the restrictions right now. It's just like if you ever been to jail. If anybody's ever been to jail, when you go to jail, you can't fight the fucking bars. You can't fight the wardens. There's too much. There's too much. At that point, you like, damn, it was easier fighting this shit in the world instead of trying to fight it in a confinement retrograde period. Now that you're removed from society, let's get a little deeper into the wordplay of re retrograde, reverse, renew, re-announce, everything like that, renew, revive. So we're in that period right now where Saturn is trying to get us to revive, renew, rewind certain things that we probably need to learn right now. So it's just like being in a spiritual jail, some might call it. So Saturn is putting everybody, regardless of who you are, entity, animal, race, color, male or female, whatever your religion is, you into astrology or not, or you just learned, or you somebody who's been studying astrology for 40 fucking years, you know, do the inner work. Make sure you have enough confidence in yourself to realize that I'm human. We all have karma. We all have things we have to go through. I'm not perfect. Everything happens for a reason and a season. What can I do to build myself up to learn the lessons we need to learn? So, you know, that's the biggest thing you can learn from this Saturn retrograde is don't fight the restrictions. You know what I'm saying? Do the inner work. It's just like if you have a kid and you're trying to tell kids about maybe tying their shoe or something, they just don't understand. Or maybe riding a bike and they just don't understand. They think they could just hop on the bike and get going first time. We all know if you haven't learned how to ride a bike, you fail, fall until you learn the key word of balance, you know? And then balance is a Libra type of term, and Libra is co-ruled by Saturn and Venus. So then we go back into the theme of Saturn again, which lives into the theme of the air house, and it's in Aquarius. So this is a real highly dignified time of balance for people, if you understand what I'm talking about per astrology. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, tough love right here. Other things Saturn could teach us: how to have inner communication, how to find authority, how to be humbled, learning how to speak up for yourself. Anything that's inner work, that inner confidence, inner authority, you know what I'm saying? And tough love, like from a parent. They say Saturn represents your grandfather in astrology and your father in astrology. Basically that father lineage, you know, your authority figure. So it might be a time when people may feel like they have to take more responsibility of their lives personally, as we all know. And I'm going through my Saturn return right now, and at 30, I've been switching up jobs. I just got this car, first time having a car note, have my own place, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep things going. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning life lessons as I'm going through an eviction right now. So I got my own place, but look what Saturn's telling me. Just because you have your own place, you still not immune from the lessons of eviction. And this isn't my first time being evicted, so it's like a review lesson, you know what I'm saying? Saturn return, Saturn retrograde, all that, you know? With this being in the sign of Aquarius, fixed sign people will feel it most. Like I said earlier, regardless of who you are, you're going to feel it. But if you're an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Scorpio, or a Leo, all the fixed signs, people that say we're hard-headed, we know what we want, we're kind of single-minded, tunnel vision, we're going to be the ones that feel it the most, because it's up for us to kind of learn the restrictions we need to overcome. Our karma, like I said at the beginning, it's karma for everybody. When you hear Saturn, karma for everybody, especially if somebody's dealing with you or yourself, they're gonna most definitely feel karma right now, you know. Battery about to die, so I'm gonna try to wrap this video up. You know, it's been a long day of hustling, you know, doing my Saturn stuff. So all the fixed signs are gonna feel it. I'm going through my Saturn return right now, so I'm going through it extra. I have my Saturn return in Aquarius, so I'm born with Saturn in Aquarius in my 11th house. So I went through life with natural restrictions from friends, natural restrictions from authority figures, natural restrictions of not having my hopes and wishes be fulfilled until right now in my life. I didn't have a car. I wasn't the star athlete I wanted to be. I wasn't popular. I didn't have a lot of money. Me and my mom don't have the best relationship, but it's not to her fault due to some illnesses in her life. I never met my father in person. I met him one time when I was 5. So that's me being born natally with this energy, and everybody who's probably born in like 1992 to 1993, you guys might have Saturn in Aquarius right now. And depending on the houses, that all depends. Like I said, you need an astrologer to break down your birth chart, or you can learn how to do that yourself. But an astrologer will help, because we have the knowledge of years of studying this stuff and seeing people's birth chart. But yeah, with me having this Saturn in Aquarius, and I'm going through Saturn return and this Saturn retrograde for everybody, my life has been nothing but lessons since before the pandemic. Like, I've been learning money issues, relationship issues, authority figures, get into it with cops, almost going to jail, having this car pulled over. I had a wreck in the red car I owned, getting cut from basketball teams. I made videos about that, getting cut from basketball teams, flunking in college, but I didn't flunk out. Shout out to all my college students, but I got academic probation. So basically, I understand the restrictions, which led to me doing a lot of inner work. People ask, why you like astrology? Why are you into this? And I've been born with Saturn and Aquarius in the 11th house. So I don't have a big network of people. I don't have a big close group of friends. And then I have a 5th house stellium. Those who know transits and aspects in astrology, Saturn is opposite my Venus and my Sun. So a lot of things has been a battle for me. A lot of restriction to have fun. A lot of restriction to find love. So that's just how the energy of Saturn works until you learn how to work with it. And working with Saturn is just tough love. Hard work pays off. Slow and steady. Trust the process. Things that you hear from Earth dominant people. Hard work, great rewards. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit about me having my Saturn and what I've been going through. So right now, I'm gonna wrap this up. Right now, my Saturn, the transit in the sky, is going through my 12th house. And I'm almost out of my Saturn return, as Saturn return is over with when you turn 31. So I got 1 more year left of this shit, y'all. But Saturn right now in the sky is like 25-degree Aquarius. That's transiting into my 12th house. So right now I'm expanding to the endings of all endings. I'm becoming a whole new person. I can feel my conscious uplifting. I can feel certain intuitions coming into me. Things coming to an end. I spent a lot of time by myself. I haven't seen my family in almost 9 months. I haven't seen my brother, my best friends, my sister, my grandma, my mom, people I grew up with, my homies, my old basketball teams and leagues I played in. I've been in Boston by myself almost 4 years, give and take friends and stuff here. So I'm kind of ready for Saturn to transit into my 12th house right now, because I'm extra solitude right now. As I told you guys, I'm going through an eviction process, so I may be living in my car right now. The 12th house deals with the ending, so it's definitely an end of things for me. I'm leaving the college that I've been at for 2 years at university. I'm gonna try to go to another college and play ball, but we'll see. Yeah, man, I've been just going through all the 12th house topics real hard right now. And I don't have nothing in my 12th house. My 12th house is Aquarius / Pisces. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been seeing certain enemies in plain sight. Like, enemies just been, I know you don't fuck with me. I know this person don't fuck with me off top. It's just been a great time for that. Shadow work, as you guys know, I do shadow astrology. I do shadow cards. So I've been doing great shadow work. I've just been going through it, man, and it's not too bad, because I understand things must come to an end. You do have to spend time doing things. I've been reading the Bible a lot too. I've been trying to work on my faith. I've been trying to grow in spiritual warfare, because there's been things that's been up against me aspect wise. Uranus is aspecting this Saturn transit right now, because Uranus is in Taurus, and I just told you guys, if you're a fixed sign, you're gonna feel this. So man, my finances has been going into some spiritual realms, and it's crazy. The 12th house is crazy. A lot of things I can't tell people, because it might sound like I'm delusional, and some of the things that happen to me is kind of delusional, because it's spiritual warfare when you deal with the 12th house. Pisces people, Pisces rising, Pisces moon, there's probably some things that happen that you can't explain, but if you could tap into your intuition, Pisces or 12th house dominant people, you're gonna know what I'm saying right now, as this is transiting my 12th house, you know? Yeah, man. Like I say, 12th house is the ending of things. I lost my job. I quit. I'm starting to work for myself now. I'm starting to see me personally, because this is in my 12th house, that this is a bullshit society, how things are working. You know what I'm saying? Saturn does make you want to put in that work. So I've definitely been trying to push my astrology, my spiritual work, my astrology work, things like that. Because if you're somebody that has Saturn transit into your 12th house right now, make sure you're being a service to people. So the only thing I could do right now is service you guys with YouTube videos to feel good about myself, because my whole life is going to shit. But I understand it, because you gotta learn the lessons, you know? It's not all bad, because I know my whole chart as an astrologer. So this is just like one area where the demons can come and attack me and make me feel like I'm fucking depressed. I might need to go to therapy or something. But once you have the knowledge of the birth chart, and you know how certain voices in your head can attack you, you know, shout out to, what is that? Sarah Silverman's astrology on YouTube. Add her. Sarah Silverman, or Deborah Silverman. She's a real good astrologer. But she talk about how the planets rule certain voices in your head. And me being adept in spiritual warfare, understand that these voices can be influenced by angelic beings or demonic beings. So knowing the birth chart and knowing spiritual warfare, and knowing that we're going through Saturn retrograde, and plus knowing the fucking placement of your Saturn personally in your birth chart, you know how to beat these demons. You know how to overcome your internal struggles. You know where you need to be confident at right now. You know where you need to pick yourself up and put in the work. You know where things can be concentrated at, as where the devil's trying to attack me or you for per se. So me, it's a lot of spiritual attacks. It's a lot of reviews of things that, like, If you want to get to this next level, Divine, if you want to get to this next level, Seed, you know, if Seed want to put that seed in and see the seed grow, I'm going to have to get through this 12th house shit. And the best way to do it is to service my people. It's not about the money for me right now. It's not about the status, the clout, the subscribers, the viewers. I don't give a fuck. It's about, if one person come, I'm going to try to change your life. One person come, I'm going to try to teach you about astrology. I'm going to try to talk to whoever I can on the street today about astrology. I'm going to try to do whatever I can. I'm right here in the parking lot letting y'all know it's real out here. You know, whoever I can teach about basketball, what's up? You want to work out, what's up? You want me to be your shooting coach, what's up? Per astrology, I can teach you whatever. I can motivate you. I'll be 30 years old next month. So it's a time for the old me to transpire and for me to transmute these energies, you know? So Saturn right now is going through a water house for me, the 12th house. So as I conclude this video, you definitely want to know where this Saturn retrograde is happening in your birth chart so you can know how to attack. You can know how to play defense. You can know how the devil is going to try to come in when things get deeper. Like I say, astrology in motion. So not one day is the same. Today is not like yesterday, and yesterday is not like tomorrow. You feel me? Always live in the present, because who knows what can be happening on behind me right now as I'm making this video, trying to give you guys quality content. You know, seed for 3, I do this. We do this shit. You know, excuse my language. But most definitely it's karma for everybody. Do not think that you're above the karma right now. This is karma season. You want to watch out for the news bringing up old things that we already know is not true, like monkeypox and COVID, just fear tactics. You know, do the inner work, be confident, we're all gonna grow. And when October comes, it's gonna be time to look over this 5-month period and be like, let's get it, let's go forward. Being October, I think that'll be close to Scorpio season if I'm not mistaken. And retrogrades are always going on because we always have things to learn. We always have to update the computer. As you guys know, as we look at technology and we're in the digital age, things are always updating and growing. Like, fuck, this is the Industrial Revolution, building trains, and the guys who used to fucking have child labor practices in the mills, you know what I'm saying? So always remember, even as I'm talking about this Saturn retrograde and things, we're always learning and updating. You don't have to feel that Saturn's going to kick your ass. Just like that bully in school that didn't kick your ass. Just like that basketball player who wasn't better than you, or some chick who, you know, thought she could out-sing you or out, you know, do her hair better than you. Shout out to the females. You know, whatever it may be, you know, we all have our own personal battles. We all have to go against the man in the mirror, the man in the camera. We all have ourselves to outbeat. And astrology is a great way to understand how we all going through our own personal spiritual warfare. So Saturn retrograde, do the inner work. Excuse me, see, got this drink. I had a feeling I was gonna go in. And I'm talking a lot, you know. Y'all please leave comments under, let me know, because I'm trying to get better with my communication. That's what Saturn retrograde in Aquarius is gonna symbolize, how we can fucking communicate with humanity better, how we can do this for others, you know what I'm saying? And with a Saturn in Aquarius going through my 12th house, like I said, I'm definitely trying to do astrology. I have free things. These are free videos. I don't get paid for this shit. I'm just putting out information. I have free shadow card readings when I do. I go over people's birth charts sometimes for free to help them. So let's all try to get into the service of the humanitarian and to make these things better for everybody around us. It's the battle of the mindset. So keep your mindset together during this Saturn retrograde. You know, you don't want to see people tapping out this summer talking about life too hard. You know, this is a retrograded ass summer with Pluto being retrograde also. I might do a video on Pluto being retrograde in Capricorn right now, because that deals with even deeper shadow work than Saturn. And these are slow moving planets, so it's not nothing you can feel quick like your sun sign, your Mars signs, your Venus sign. You might not know Saturn trying to beat your ass until fucking July 4th, and you'd be like, damn, that shit did start on June 4th, like I said. You know? But remember, it's tough love. Tough love. Remember, it's like a parent is chastising us this summer. So get your shit together. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. The biggest theme is a master teacher. Tough love. You know what I'm saying? Don't go back to old patterns right now. Whatever been hindering you, sit down and learn the lesson and move forward. You know, and this is all about, you know, this is all about just social injustice and freedom and trying to stick up for ourselves. There's so much you can say and do with this Saturn retrograde, you know. So if anybody watching this video, I'm gonna put my Instagram in the fucking comments or whatnot. You know, y'all tap in with me on there. Snapchat, all that good stuff. I got all the socials. I'll be dropping more videos later. But if y'all want me to be your astrologer, it's $25 per month. Let me know. Tap in, send me a message. You know, add my IG. I'm gonna drop that for sure. If you want a shadow card reading, let me know. And above all, man, just vibe high, man. I'm CE for 3. I do this. I'm about to go watch the NBA finals. Probably gonna work on some more basketball videos, but yeah, Saturn retrograde, man. It's karma for all. We're gonna be out of this shit in October, so do the inner work. You know, we all go to work, we slave for the job, we chase the bag. But what about the spiritual, man? You know, read some spiritual books right now. You know, it's still Gemini season, so we got a big trine to this Saturn in some type of way. So add some encouragement, add some nourishment for your spiritual, man, the inner work. Make sure the inner man eats also. And once again, man, it's CE for 3, astrology and basketball and motion. You know what I do? Basketball and astrology, man, that's what I do. I love it. Man, y'all enjoy yourselves. Do the inner work. Fight the power, fight the system. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for yourself. And this is about growth, man. Once we hit October, nothing will be the same. Vibe high.